Hello there. This is a long overdue video. Some thoughts on the most recent releases from Mr. Ford, his Ouds line. I know I had talked about it a few months back. They were released back in November. Two of them, Ouds Fleur and Tobacco Ouds. Now, I know that last year I put out a video proclaiming my distaste for all the Ouds releases of late over the past year or two. It seemed everybody was jumping on the Ouds wagon, and they were. And I cited these two as an example of make it stop. No more. That was before I smelled them. I have to tell you, he did pretty good for taking a note that has been grossly overdone of late in Ouds. It's been drilled into the ground. Every company is releasing them, even like drugstore companies. Like those little fragrances that you only find at like dollar stores. I think I saw one of them at an Ouds release. Not a chance it was real, but nonetheless. And they're still getting churned out. I saw Acqua di Parma's got a new one coming out. I don't know if it's a flanker to their first one or what. But they're just coming out left and right. And I still maintain my position that all these releases need to stop. Do something else. But I think if you took these two from Tom Ford and you sort of released it in a vacuum, and if you just, all those other releases had never occurred, these would be real winners. Real winners. So, let's start with Ouds Fleur. This is one I have split. It comes in this bottle is lovely. It's a nice little gray see-through thing. It's got the silver collar there. Same everything else. This is an Ouds and Rose fragrance, and I mean, just a combination that's been done 85,000 times, but not like this. You're not going to find too many things that smell very similar to this. And while it does come off very floral at first, there's some third note in here. I don't know what it is. I looked at the note breakdown. It wasn't there. It smells something like a cinnamon, almost. And when you put this on, you get an immediate burst of rose, an immediate background of Ouds, and there's this cinnamon. It's not a listed note, but it's there. And it's good. It is an excellent addition to the fragrance. Really makes it a very unique scent, and one that if you've not tried it, you definitely should. If you're a fan of the rose and Ouds, if you're one of those who just can't get enough of it, absolutely give this a try. Even if you're one who likes Ouds but is like me and wants to just run and hide every time another Ouds fragrance comes out, don't overlook it. Really, this is good. Performance-wise, it's okay. I haven't worn too much of this. I have a little travel thing of it, and I've not worn it as many times as I probably should. It's not loud. It's not like a Black Ouds from Montal or an Ouds Ispahan, which I know I trashed in one of my earlier videos as being way too strong, which it is. It's not one of those where it becomes very difficult to wear because it's just too much, that it's overwhelming. It's going to fill up the entire room and you can only wear it in very few circumstances. That's not the case here. This one, it'll give you good performance. It'll last for the majority of your day, but it won't steal a line from Mr. Dove. It won't shout. It won't shout loudly. I think he hit this one on the head. I really do. I gotta give it to him. He had released a whole lot of crap over the last year or two. Really only one prior to this. Only really one good release in Plum Japanese. This is very good. Bravo, Mr. Ford. You did a very good job with this. So, if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. Oud Fleur. Now, Tobacco Oud is the other one. And this one, when I first saw that these two were being released, this is the one that drew my attention a lot more. Because despite, as I said, these ouds getting overdone, tobacco fragrances, dark notes are what Tom Ford does well. It's when he starts venturing off into the florals and the watery fruits and the citruses that he just jumps off the deep end. And what do you know? He's got more citruses coming out this summer. Whoopee. Anyways, so when I first saw this, this is all I have of it. When I first saw that this was coming out, I was very interested. Despite it being an oud, I was very interested because he does this well. He does tobacco well. He does these dark notes real well. And I don't want to say I was let down by it. I certainly wasn't. But it's a little bit different from its name. There's not, if you're looking for oud, this is probably not the way to go. That being said, if you're looking for a really good dry tobacco scent, this is a great pick. Because the oud's a little bit faint. It's there. There's not a whole lot of it. But this is a really, really well done dry tobacco leaf scent. Some people had compared it to Amber Absolute. I'm not sure I'd go there. They share a few very minor similarities. It doesn't have that resinous, dry amber with a very raw vanilla scent to it. It doesn't have that. It's also not nearly as powerful as Amber Absolute, which is probably a good thing because amber can really, really overwhelm you. This is a smoldering tobacco. When you put it on, it really gives off this kind of smoldering feel. If he had renamed this something different, if he'd taken oud out of the name and called it, I don't know, tobacco something else, some French word for smoldering, whatever that is, that would have been a much better name for this, and I think would have been more on par with what you're getting. So, what does that mean? Well, if you're tired of oud, then this is a great choice because it's really not an oud-based, oud-dominant scent by any means. If you are looking for that real great tobacco and oud combination, might not be the best choice. It's there, the oud, but it's certainly not a main player. But if you're a tobacco fan, if you're a fan of that tobacco leaf note, I would absolutely give this a shot. For what it does, this is a great scent. Performance is about the same as Oud Fleur. It's not going to overwhelm you, but you do get a good amount from it. So you're not completely shortchanged by any means. Another comparison I had heard of this was Sahara Noir from him. That I don't agree with that too much. Sahara Noir is a incense-based scent. There's a little bit of incense in here, but it doesn't have that same kind of church feel to it. There might be a few distant similarities. They're probably distant cousins of one another, but I would not call this a rip-off of Sahara Noir. So, that being said, as you can see, this is extent to which I have of this. I previously opened a split on my channel of this, put it on hold for a little while. So, let's split it. I didn't do it before. Let's do it. Why the hell not? So, tobacco oud. I wrote the prices out. If you are interested in all in getting your hands on some of the tobacco, which I would recommend, it's good juice. 10 milliliters going to run you $26.75. 25 milliliters will run you $55.25. If you'd like more than that, let me know, and we can make that work. If you want a 50, I can do that too. I don't have that price off the top of my head. It's like 116, I want to say. 116, 117 for 50. I'll put that in the comments below. So that is that. Let me know if you want in on tobacco oud. Give them a try. Don't overlook it just because it's just another oud scent. That's what I was prepared to do, and that would have been a mistake. So, if you want to overlook a Tom Ford because he's coming out with his 50,000th citrus scent, that'd probably be a good idea. But so long as he sticks with these dark notes, the stronger fragrances, it's still worth checking it out. So, that is that. Let me know if you want in on the split. Otherwise, we'll see you later.